Hi, everybody. This is Kim here, the Divine Warrior Goddess. And I was inspired to make a video about asking the question, are we really multidimensional? Are we all really multidimensional? And so, yes, we are. I can say this because I want to talk about our dream state. And when we are sleeping, our souls are not in our body. Our physical vessel is, yes, laying there sleeping, but our soul is astral traveling, and we can go anywhere at any time. And so therefore your dreams are more real than you think, because we can go and visit loved ones. We can go to other galaxies. We can go anywhere. And this is multidimensional travel. As we are currently watching the third dimension crumble, because Earth is ascending. All humans on the Earth plane are ascending, and therefore our frequency is being upgraded, and because we're going with Mother Earth, we're ascending with her because she's ascending. So we're going from third, fourth dimensional is where I have been a very long time. And when you're fourth dimensional, you can converse, contact, see, feel, hear, spirit, those in the spirit realm. And so we're going to fifth dimensional, which is where more people will have these experiences in their waking state as well. It's all going to intermesh together. And so if you are beginning to have these experiences in your waking state as well, this is part of Ascension. So I want to tell you a little story. It's not a story. It really happened to me when I was a child. This was the dream that I had multiple times a week. I really can't say how often, but I would be astral traveling in my bed. And this was done by my higher self, by my guides, to make me feel safe, that I was in my bed. So I would be flying out in the astrals in my bed. I don't really recall seeing anyone. I just remember being out there in the galaxy, and it was so beautiful. It was so magical. But I was also always shown my etheric cord, or the silver cord, which is connected from your soul to your human vessel. And it made me feel safe as well, because I felt tethered to the physical vessel, my body. I had no idea what was happening. I told no one. How do you explain this? But it was amazing because the main thing that I recall is that I was allowed to touch this silver cord and feel its what's the word I'm looking for? Feel what it felt like. And it would stretch. It just had this amazing ability to stretch beyond a child's comprehension. So I would always, I know that I was encouraged to hold on to this silver cord, touch it, feel it. How do you describe something that's magical? It's really, there's no earth words to describe it. So what, this was my first experience with multidimensionality as a very small child. And like I said, I told no one, because how can you describe this? So we're all multidimensional. And when we sleep, our soul leaves the body and it goes to do work. It goes to explore. It does all kinds of things because the soul never needs to rest. The physical body needs rest and sleep, but the soul does not. So we can go out there and do a lot of things. So I wanted to remind you that we're not only assisting in the shift of consciousness in the here and now, in our waking state, by honoring our energy as our frequency continues to rise and go higher and higher. And then in our sleep state, we're also assisting humanity in the shift of consciousness, working in other ways. You may have memories or dreams when you wake up, and you may think, oh my gosh, I was with the Palladians, or I was on Andromedan last night, or I recall a couple of years ago, I was actually in galactic battles and could see these great battles going on, ships being blown up. And all of this was very real. And I believe that was really things playing out in the astral realm, and what is occurring here. Maybe it was 3-4 years ago, but as you all know, we're in this spiritual battle. So everything that we do, whether it be in our dream state, which is actually very, very real, or in our waking state, by planting seeds of knowledge. I want to say, or I have a message for the star seeds, that we're being thanked for all of our work. We're working so hard in the astrals, in our waking state, whatever that may be for you, sharing knowledge, sharing wisdom, red pilling, little seeds of truth and knowledge. I urge you to be careful about sharing things that you know others are not ready for. I'm talking about people in your family and your friends. Um, it's better to plant little tiny seeds than to go all out full throttle. They're not ready for it. Their consciousness right now is not ready for it. For instance, when my children were young, I knew that they were indigo children, and but their consciousness has been attacked by the school system, the foods that we fed them that we really didn't know were not good for them. Uh, we made a lot of mistakes, and we have to forgive ourselves as parents for that. But it all is perfect. But anyway, my children, for instance, my daughter, she was, even as a 2-year-old, she would go around, catch flies, because we were in a new home. We had no air conditioning. We couldn't afford that quite yet. And so we ended up getting quite a few flies in our home. And she would catch them with her bare hand, put them in her little 101 Dalmatian purse, and zip it up, and then go take them outside. It was very easy for her to catch them. And so we were a no-kill home, even though before that I did not like to kill, but I admit that I did swat flies. So she came in here with this huge knowledge of animals, and just studied them as from 2 on. She was just amazing with her love, kindness, and caring towards not only insects and animals, but also people. And my son is the same way, very loving, kind, and thoughtful. And I knew that they came here for this shift, and they've been hijacked and programmed in another way now. And what I see is that these souls that have been hijacked, now how we haven't, well, we did, but we woke up quick. We woke up quick when this whole thing started, and last year, and we could see the truth in things. And then we can't understand why others cannot, but they will. We are the forerunners to assist in this shift. So I guess I got off track about the multidimensionality, but I feel like this is important to be easy on them, because I hear so many truthers that don't talk to their family anymore, or their children, or their parents. And I've always refused to allow myself to go there and let these current energies and these current events come between me and the people that I love, that are the closest to me. I refuse to let that happen, because I know that they will eventually wake up. And the frequency dictates this. Especially now, some may be getting very weary, and I know this is me. The energy has been intense. on and off. You can feel like you're bipolar, where one day you're high, you just feel so positive. You know the shift is happening. And then the next day you can feel so defeated because it's not happening on our timeline. But let me assure you that it is happening on this timeline. It's just taking time. It happens on God's time. And we need to wake up more people. We need to, and it's not us. They need to wake up, and they will. Rest assured they will. How does this all look? What are all the details? I don't have all the details, but I can tell you this. I've seen the higher timeline. We know repressed technology is coming out. It's time. It's time. Did you know that beings on Earth were more advanced years, 200 years and before than they are now? And that is because this whole Earth plane has been hijacked. And this was the plan, to hijack all of humanity. But the souls in the higher realms have said no more. Mother Earth has said no more. No, this ends now. It's gotten too far and it won't go any further. So even though on the outside we're looking at it and it's going further and further than we could have ever imagined, okay? But this is being allowed to happen so that more souls can see what the plan was. Otherwise, they would have never believed that souls are that evil. It's hard to imagine when you have light in you, which we all do. We all do. All of humanity does. Some chose really to go to really, really dark places. So, and I keep reminding certain souls that even though this looks really, really dark right now, it appears dark is what I'm hearing. It appears dark. But energy can shift in an instant. Think of how quickly this all came down and all of a sudden the whole world is in shutdown. Okay? That, for instance, my sisters came to visit with me and my mother in Florida for vacation. One sister got to fly out on a Sunday. The other one was going to leave on Wednesday. By the time Wednesday came, there were barely any flights left, and she works for an airline. She could not get on a plane. She ended up having to stay longer, fly somewhere else, and then drive for 2 days all by herself with hardly any cars on the road. It was almost impossible for her to get home. So I'm just telling you how quickly that energy shifted. Think of the toilet paper. The toilet paper was gone in an instant. And I remember saying, what do you mean there's no toilet paper? Is this a joke? And then trying to find some, then I couldn't find any. We couldn't find any. So as quickly as this came, the energy can shift. and go in a whole new direction, because the frequency of Earth and all of the star seeds placed all over the grids of the Earth in special locations. Many of us have no one in our reality that is where we are, and that is by design, so that we are assisting with the frequency of not only our frequency, but Earth's frequency and the frequency of all of those around us. Now, I had just watched something last week, and it was pretty amazing because, years ago, we knew that our aura could go or our energy would affect everyone within 20-mile radius of us. Now, our ability is to affect millions. Millions. So let me tell you this, even if you think you're doing nothing. I have not done a lot of events in the last year. I have been running a group and getting together with others, but I have not done too many events, which I'm being led to start doing again, because this was by design by my higher self to work through my cognitive dissonance, be able to see really dark, dark truths, and integrate that and continue to hold my frequency, which took everything I had, and it still is. It still is. So don't be hard on yourself, and allow yourself to just be. Allow yourself time in nature. Honor you and your energy, because you are making a huge, huge difference as a multi-dimensional being of light. So I'm just going to leave you with that. I love you so much, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.